This is part two on the update of the transgender people that were killed in Puerto Rico and that were burnt alive or burnt to get rid of the bodies. So, my personal opinion, let me put this out there. So, I read everything that happened in the article on the last thing, and I didn't say this in the last video, so I need to say it now. Alright? First and foremost, I have no ill will to anyone in the Alphabet Squad, and I refer to you as the Alphabet Squad because y'all have too many letters from my old ass to keep up with. I will say this because what I'm about to say sounds extremely prejudiced, and I don't have the right to be prejudiced or a racist, but this is how I feel, and it is a safety issue and a safety concern. Alright? It's gonna be a little bit biased. So let me put that out there. It's gonna be a little bit biased. All right. If I even read any of the comments before I go off beat, I'm gonna keep it real with all my followers, and I'm gonna keep it real with everyone watching. And if you're not a follower, and if this offends you, if you are a follower, I'm apologizing before I continue my statement. I apologize profusely for the crap that's about to fly out my mouth. But the crap is my true feelings, All right. Because like I said, I'm multicultural. I am Cherokee, I am black, and I am white. So this isn't racist. But it is slightly prejudiced depending on your point of view of what prejudice actually is. Alright, so here's my thoughts. If you are a bisexual woman and you're dating a straight man and a lesbian woman at the same time, I'm not really having too much of a problem with that. As long as you are biologically a woman as well as bisexual and you're dating or playing both sides of the field. Alright? Sadly, you're also endangering both sides of the field because if you're dating a straight man and he has a disease, you give it back to the gay woman. So I'm on the fence on that, but to be honest, I don't really have a problem with bisexual women dating both men and women. Alright? Now here's where I have a problem. I do think that if you are a transgender female, which means you were biologically a male, and if you are pre-opt or after you had to opt, and you want to date outside of the Alphabet Squad, it is your God-given right to date whoever you want. But with all these murderers happening to people in the Alphabet Squad, it is safer for you to date your own kind. Which I said, it sounds prejudiced as hell, and it is. It's how I feel about it because I personally can't fucking tell. Alright? I'm gonna be honest. If I seen a transgender woman who doesn't have any facial scruff, don't have the Adam's apple, my Adam's apple, you can barely even tell it's there. But it's probably there. I don't see it moving up and down. I don't see it moving up and down. And maybe mine isn't as defined. But some women are genetically capable of having one too, and they could be biologically a woman. You don't know, alright? You really don't. And the thing is, before I go any deeper into this article, whatever, a long time ago, somewhere in the 90s, Maury Povich once had drag queens on the show. And the drag queens it was like maybe 15 of them. And out of the 15 of them, 5 were real women, and the other 10 were not. Might have been 20 of them. It was a lot of them, but I got it wrong damn near every time. Like, damn near every time. Because the men were way prettier than the chicks. So it is very easy to fall susceptible to that, especially if you're a straight man, because we don't have, and no offense to anybody who's gay, we don't have gaydar. That's something women have. Women can pick a gay man out of the crowd. They really can. And they will flock to that gay man because he's got the best fashion sense. That was me trying to be gay. Shit's not going to work. Anyway, the whole point of the matter is, for your safety, for the Alphabet Squad, that you should more than likely date within the Alphabet Squad. And again, at the beginning of this, I said I do not have a problem with a biological woman who is bisexual, born and bred a woman, from birth, from a vagina with a vagina, grows natural boobs, has her woman time. I don't have a problem with those real women born and bred dating both men and women. So if you're bisexual and you're dating a lesbian and a straight man, I don't have a problem with that. I did say also that you are subject to transfer diseases from both groups. But again, I don't have a problem with that. And now back to what I was saying, with transgender women, a lot of straight men, we have an ego problem. And when we feel we've been dishonored, lied to, or manipulated, we lash out without thinking. And these two young men, I'm not going to defend, but that's probably what happened. I read the whole article, and one of them had sex with a transgender person, which they did not disclose. And there was also drugs involved. All right, which is still no excuse for either one of those guys to kill those transgender females. And you know, they didn't have the right to take the girls' lives. Period. But if you are in the Alphabet Squad, because of this shit that I read, you should only date within the Alphabet Squad. There's nothing wrong with being honest with people. It's a very dangerous game when you are a transgender female and you are messing with a man who's not into that. Now, there are some open-minded ass men. And I'm an open-minded man, but I'm not really down with dating a transgender female. I'm not going to lie about it. It's not my thing. We can be friends. Even if you have the operation, it's still going to drill somewhere in the back of my head. Then again, if it's something that really happens, I don't know if I can deal with it. Let's be honest. I don't know if I can deal with it. I'm not going to kill the person, but at the same time, I have the right to know. Anybody who you are going to bed with, you have the right to know who you're going to bed with. If you're going to roll over and go to sleep with somebody, and by sleep, I mean you guys are going to have sex, you have every right to know if you're sleeping with a woman who used to be a man. Now, if she's had the operation, she's fully fixed down there. She can't have children or anything, but she was honest with you from the jump. That's a different level of what you're willing to negotiate. But don't be honest with me after we've done it. Be honest with me before we've done it, and let's see where it goes. And then again, some people have fear, so they're going to not be honest with you until after it's done. Now, here's my thing on that, because again, I have nothing against the Alphabet Squad at all. I don't even know if a transgender can have sex and still feel like a real woman's vagina. Alright? I'm trying to word that as least sexual as possible, and I can't. I'm trying to make that sound as peaceful as possible, and I can't. But the thing of the matter is, transgender people live in a dangerous world. No matter what country you're in, no matter what continent you're on, there are some places, and I think like in the Philippines and certain other Asian countries, well, it's acceptable and it's okay. But in other places, and specifically in America and other places attached to America, it is not okay. And you won't believe how many transgender murders happen in America itself. Which goes back to, I'm not hating on the LGBTQ, aka the Alphabet Squad. I'm looking out for y'all, and I'm telling you, because I know some people who live your lifestyle, not the transgender type, but, just not straight men. And I worry about them all the time. I'm not giving no names. Just know that they're family and I love them and I don't want to see nothing happen to them. But the point of the matter is, they live a dangerous life. They live a dangerous life because assholes like me, who don't think before they act though. I generally think before I act. I might not think before I speak, but I do think before I act. Are out there. And they will do sick, crazy shit, as the article stated. Now, these guys was on drugs. So that probably only escalated the situation because he's high. He slept with a chick that was not biologically a chick. He didn't find out until after. So they obviously had sex with the lights off, which is also a double-edged sword because a lot of girls like to have sex with the lights off. A lot of girls like to have sex with the lights on. I personally prefer to have sex with the lights on because I like to look at the hot babe when I'm doing my thing. I'm so trying to keep this from becoming sexual. Anyway, when I'm engaged in a sexual activity with a beautiful woman, I like to see her face. I like to see her body. I like to explore all that, and I need light to do that because this doesn't work for me. Enough said. So now that I've taken up 10 minutes of your time trying to explain myself to you, I'm going to take up another 10 minutes on a third video reading the comments. And the reason why that is, I don't want to take up a whole 30 minutes of your time and bore you to death. But yeah, I want to explain where I'm coming from before you watch the third video. And that'll probably be the longest video because I'm going to probably go in depth and stuff like that. And the thing is, you know, you have to understand, and you have to read the article, by the way, which the article is from CNN, and it was May the 6th, 2020 at 10 a.m. So I've been trying to find a way to do this video, but I've had exams today, so that was that. Please watch the third video. I hope I can open up your eyes. And to anyone in the LGBTQ, aka the Alphabet Squad, if I have offended you, I apologize profusely. That was not my intent. I had no intent on being prejudiced or racist or whatever you want to call that. I was just being honest, and honesty and truth hurts, which is why I'm being 99.9 instead of the whole 1,000. Because a lot of people can't handle the whole 1,000. But thanks for watching. Please go watch the third video.